All right, we are going to start some new writing today, and it goes along with our parts of speech also, which are going to be tested on all 8 parts of speech on Friday. So it's kind of a good time to be doing both of these things, this writing with the 8 parts of speech. But this is something that actually Mary's teacher has been using. And I asked the teacher, I said, why is the A in parts capitalized? And she said she really has no idea. The person she got it from, it was like that too. So we'll just leave it like that just for fun. But in this 8 parts of awesome, you can see they've got fun little pictures. This kind of reminds me of something you might see from the Herdmans, doesn't it? And then you'll have a line for a 3-word sentence. Now, a 3-word sentence is kind of like a sentence like Frankenstein would say. So this 3-word sentence is boy on clothesline, right? 3-word sentence. Give me 3 words that would form a sentence that would describe the picture. Boy on clothesline. That's the kind of writing we see a lot of times from, younger kids. But being that you guys are getting older, your writing is going to become a lot more sophisticated and detailed. And we have worked on this a bit with some of the skills we did when we were learning about narrative writing. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the different parts of speech, and we're going to come up with words that help us describe this picture. So for example, you'll need to think of 3 nouns. And one of them needs to be a proper noun. And remember, a proper noun is like a specific person, place, or thing. So for my 3 nouns, I had Billy, because Billy is this little boy here, and that is a proper noun. It's capitalized. It's supposed to be capitalized. I put Loomis, because that's where I live. That's another proper noun. So I actually have 2 proper nouns. And then clothesline. That's a thing that I would probably use in a paragraph if I was describing what was going on in this picture. Okay. 3 adjectives. Remember, adjectives are our describing words. So things like little and dirty, beautiful, strong. Those are some adjectives I might work into a paragraph when describing this picture. Verbs, hanging, carry, and cradle. Fall, right? Verbs are our action words, so I need 3 verbs. So for each of these parts of speech, you're going to be filling in 3 words. Adverbs, 3 adverbs. Remember, a lot of times adverbs are those ly words. Not always, but that's a common way to think about our adverbs. They describe the verbs, but like barely and carefully, or today and quickly. Okay, so there's some adverbs. Preposition, you need 1 preposition. Preposition are those location words: on, below, under, to the side. Okay, so I might use the prepositions of below and on. Conjunctions. This just says fanboys. Fanboys is a way to think about conjunctions to help you remember them all. Let me show you this little graphic here. Real quick to show you what the fanboys stand for. Let me bring up this picture real quick. So fanboys is for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Those words are all conjunctions. Okay, and so you would want to use some of those conjunctions in your writing: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Okay, so I didn't fill in a conjunction yet. Let me use, I'm just going to throw and on there as a conjunction I would use. Pronoun, those are those words that replace a noun: he, it, and an interjection. Those are those like words that we shout. So stop is a good interjection that might go with this picture. Okay, so that's the first step that you guys will do. And I see that I have some hands up, but let me keep going, and I will get to your questions in the end. You're going to have this same picture, but all of these are going to be blank, and you're going to fill them in. You're going to come up with your own 3-word sentence with 3 nouns, 3 adjectives, 3 verbs, 3 adverbs, 1 preposition, 1 conjunction, 1 pronoun, and 1 interjection. I know some of these I put 2 on a line, but that's okay. You only have to put 1, okay? And then you are gonna use all of these words that you've thought of to create a paragraph, okay? Actually, I'm gonna be a little bit easier. You just need 1 from each part of speech. So you're gonna brainstorm different ideas, but I'll only have you use 1 from each part of speech for your paragraph. So I started to write mine. I said a long time ago in a small town called Loomis, and Loomis was one of my nouns. And see how nouns is highlighted red? So down here, I highlighted Loomis in red because I want to easily be able to see where my nouns are. There were 2 brothers, Bob and Billy. Billy was one of my nouns too. So that's why I highlighted Billy in red. And they were always getting into trouble. Today in particular, and today was my adverb, so I highlighted today in green. They were coming home from school together, okay? And then I would continue my paragraph using those words. Maybe I would say, oh, that's when our youngest brother, what do I have? Billy and Bob, I'm gonna call him Joe, came running to us in his dirty shirt and shorts. Oops. Okay, so now I've used dirty. So dirty is an adjective. So to highlight it, again, I know we talked about highlighting before, but you have right here in line next to the A is a highlighter. So if I click on that, I know I want to highlight dirty in orange. He came running to us in his dirty shirt and shorts. Billy and Bob decided they wanted to hang Joe on the clothesline. Okay, so now I've got hang, which is a verb, right? I had hanging, but hang is going to be highlighted yellow. Clothesline, that's from my nouns. I'm going to highlight that one in red. You guys should be watching my screen right now, not hopping onto this on your own, please. I can see when you open it up and you're logged in with me. Okay, and I'm going to keep going. Look, I haven't used an interjection. Oh, I did use, I didn't use one of my pronouns that I had said. I said he and it, but if I had they on my pronouns list, they would be a pronoun, so I could highlight that one in purple. Okay. Oh, I used and, that's my conjunction. So you see how I'm marking the different parts of speech in my my paragraph to show that I'm using them. Oh, on, that's a preposition, isn't it? So I can highlight that for my preposition. And you're going to continue this while you write a paragraph, making sure that you're using all 8 parts of speech in your paragraph. Okay? And your paragraph needs to correspond with the picture that's on here. And then after you have your paragraph, I want you to think about a simile. And I know we talked about similes in 4th grade and 3rd grade, and we've already talked about them a little bit this year. And similes are those comparisons that we can make between 2 things where we use the word like or as. And we're usually comparing it to something that's totally unrelated. So it was raining like cats and dogs outside. It was raining so hard, it was like cats and dogs. So I'm comparing the rain to cats and dogs. Those are totally unrelated, but I'm making that comparison. My comparison for this picture was that the clothes that were hanging, right, from the clothesline, the clothes that were hanging were like the taffy being stretched on the taffy maker. Okay, the clothes that were hanging were like the taffy being stretched on the taffy maker. So your guys' job, I did share this with you as an example in Otis, but you also have the exact same picture, but with blank boxes. And your job is going to be to create your own paragraph, making sure you are using all 8 parts of speech and that you're highlighting those parts when you're using them. Okay? You do not need to use your 3-word sentence. That does not need to be in your paragraph. So the directions, just to read the directions straight from here, it says use the picture below and fill in each box that is under the gray box that has a specific type of word. For example, you must include 3 nouns below nouns for each box. All of the boxes are complete. You're ready to write your paragraph about what happened in the picture. Make sure to use at least one of each of the 8 parts of speech. It's a bonus to add in a simile. And then try and check your spelling and capitals before you turn it in. Questions, Diesel?
Just a sec. Okay, I'm good. So, if you ask me, that picture isn't really that funny or fun. And
That's fine. Diesel, I'm looking for a question. Do you have a question for me on what we're doing?
No, I'm just saying it's something that the Herdmans would probably like and laugh at. Honestly, I really don't think that's that right there is funny at all. It looks like they're just hanging a boy there. So,
Okay. Hey, Diesel, I'm going to have to cut you off because I've got lots of questions. So if you have a question about the assignment, I will answer it for you. But if not, we got to move on right now, okay?
yeah, it just looks like they're leaving him there to rot.
All right, Jaslyn.
So do we have to like write the words based on the picture?
Yes, you are thinking up your 3-word sentence and all of your nouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, they all have to do with the picture that's here.
Oh,
Those are your 2 choices.
Okay. Camden.
Sentence, do you have to use all 3 of like nouns, all 3 of the
Nope, for your paragraph?
Yeah.
Nope, you don't have to use every one. Those are just a brainstorm of ideas that could be included.
No, okay.
Okay. Anna.
This isn't really about the assignment, but can we do our planners once we're done with this?
That's my plan, yep.
Okay.
Morgan.
For this simile, do we like have to use the exact simile that we put in the box?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Jaslyn.
With the sentences with the words, do we have to have at least one or of each?
Explain to me what you mean by the sentences with the words.
Like the paragraph, are we supposed to have at least one of the nouns and the adjectives and the verbs, like one of those in the paragraph?
In the paragraph, yes, not in every sentence. So every sentence does not have to have one of your nouns, one of your adjectives, one of your verbs, one of your adverbs. Each sentence does not have to have all of those. Okay, but you need to have all of the different things included. So like, let's see, I've got my nouns, I've got my adjectives, I've got my verb, I've got my adverb, I've got my preposition, my conjunction, my pronoun. I just don't have my interjection yet. So I would need to work my interjection into my paragraph. Okay. Spencer.
I was wondering what we did in those 8 blank boxes where you wrote Loomis.
Says like, so that's a continuation from the 3 nouns. It's just that the page break is in the middle of it.
So we have to do 3 nouns. So we just have to keep doing nouns.
1 noun in each box.
Okay,
and
cool.
3 boxes. It's just that the page break is in the middle. Okay. All right. Awesome question. So we are going to actually be doing 3 of these this week, just as a heads up to you guys. So you should be able to finish 1 each day. That would be your optimum plan. If you start to fall behind, you can just finish it up and submit them all on Friday. But you want to be working on them, getting them done as we go this week. We're going to do 3 different ones this week.